Marcus Aurelius, Mastering Self-Discipline Through Stoic Wisdom. To cultivate self-discipline, the wisdom of Marcus Aurelius offers a timeless guide. He ruled as Roman emperor from 161 to 180 AD, earning his place as the last of the five good emperors, a group renowned for their just and effective leadership. Amid the demands of governing an empire, Aurelius carved out moments for introspection, penning a collection of personal reflections now celebrated as the Meditations. These writings, born from his Stoic philosophy, provide profound guidance on mastering oneself. Within their pages, he shares insights that remain strikingly relevant for anyone striving to build resilience and focus. Here are 10 essential lessons from his work that illuminate the path to self-discipline. The journey to self-discipline begins with discovering your purpose. Marcus Aurelius wrote, "I must rise to my work as a human being. Why should I grumble about doing what I was born to do, the very tasks for which I was brought into existence? Was I created merely to linger in comfort, wrapped in blankets?" For Aurelius, every individual has a unique calling, a reason for being that anchors their actions. This sense of purpose is the spark that pulls you from bed each morning, fueling your drive to face the day's challenges. When you understand why you're doing something, when your goals are clear and meaningful, tasks become less burdensome. Imagine you're stranded with a flat tire on a quiet road. Your purpose is immediate and undeniable. Replace the tire to continue your journey. Fatigue or frustration won't deter you because the goal is vivid. Purpose transforms obligation into opportunity. This clarity of purpose is the bedrock of self-discipline. Without it, motivation falters and tasks feel like chores. If your aim is to become a writer, don't wait for inspiration or the perfect moment. Write daily, letting the act itself shape your path. If artistry calls you, sketch and create relentlessly, trusting that each stroke builds toward mastery. Whatever your aspiration, the key is to begin, to immerse yourself in the practice without overthinking. You don't need endless advice or preparation. You need action rooted in purpose. This inner fire, this compelling why, drives you to start and sustains you through setbacks. Self-discipline emerges not from external rewards, but from an unwavering commitment to see your endeavors through, from the first step to the final outcome. The second principle of self-discipline, as inspired by Marcus Aurelius, is to rely on your own resolve. He advised, "Harden your will like iron, tame your cravings, anchor your thoughts within yourself." Once you've identified a clear purpose, the next step is to craft a tangible strategy to bring it to life. Purpose alone isn't enough. It must be paired with a steadfast commitment to the small, deliberate steps that pave the way to your goal. This means pledging not just to the end result, but to every action required along the journey, no matter the obstacles that arise. Self-discipline is the strength to push forward, to do what must be done. Whether you're energized or exhausted, confident or uncertain, calm or unsettled. It's about taking responsibility for your progress, regardless of how you feel in the moment. Everything you aspire to achieve, every ambition, every transformation, every milestone, hinges on your ability to act consistently, even when motivation wanes. A practical plan is your roadmap. Start by setting a clear deadline for your goal, giving yourself a finish line to aim for. Then, break the larger objective into smaller, achievable milestones. These mini-goals act like stepping stones, making the process feel less daunting and more manageable. For instance, if you're training for a marathon, your plan might include weekly targets for distance and speed, each building toward the race day. This approach keeps you grounded, offering a sense of control over your progress. By focusing on one piece at a time, you sidestep the paralysis of overwhelm, which can spiral into procrastination. Procrastination, left unchecked, breeds inertia, and where inertia takes hold, self-discipline withers. A structured plan, rooted in purpose and executed with commitment, ensures you stay on course, turning your vision into reality one determined step at a time. The third cornerstone of self-discipline, drawn from Marcus Aurelius, is the commitment to show up every single day. He wrote, "Shape your life through each deliberate act, and find satisfaction in knowing that every effort moves you closer to your aim. No force can block your path." Even with a clear purpose and a well-crafted plan, most people stumble because they lack consistency. Studies suggest that the vast majority fail to realize their ambitions not due to a lack of talent or resources, but because they don't sustain their efforts over time. To build self-discipline, you must make a habit of appearing ready to work day after day. This simple act of presence, engaging with your craft regularly, strengthens your mental resilience in ways that are hard to overstate. It's like forging a blade. Each strike of the hammer, though incremental, sharpens and toughens the steel. Showing up daily teaches you to embrace the grind, to accept that meaningful achievements demand patience and persistence. Whether you're writing a novel, mastering an instrument, or building a business, the rewards come only after countless hours of quiet, focused labor. Self-discipline is, at its core, the art of repetition, finding the spark to return to your task again and again until it becomes second nature. Consider an aspiring painter. One missed day of practice might seem trivial, but it's the cumulative weight of consistent effort that transforms a novice into an artist. A single failure, like skipping a workout or neglecting a project deadline, doesn't define you. What shapes your character is your refusal to let one misstep derail your progress. A rough day doesn't have to snowball into a lost week, nor a tough week into a wasted year. Each morning offers a fresh start, a chance to open your eyes and recommit to the life unfolding before you. By showing up, you train yourself to focus on what lies ahead, building not just discipline, but a deep, enduring strength that carries you toward your goals. The fourth principle of self-discipline, inspired by Marcus Aurelius, is to embrace voluntary hardship. He advised, "Train yourself in modest challenges, and from those small victories, advance to matters of greater worth. If a headache strikes, resist the urge to grumble. If your ear aches, don't let complaints consume you." I'm not saying you must silence all discomfort, just don't let it define your spirit. This concept of voluntary hardship is a powerful tool for forging inner strength. By deliberately choosing discomfort in controlled ways, you prepare yourself for life's inevitable trials. It's like a warrior training in peacetime, honing skills for battles yet to come. Regularly stepping outside your comfort zone builds a resilience that ensures you're ready when real adversity strikes, allowing you to face it with composure and determination. Voluntary hardship can take many forms, each designed to test and temper your resolve. You might decide to fast for a day, feeling the pang of hunger to better appreciate abundance. Or perhaps you take a cold shower, letting the chill sharpen your focus. Other practices could include sleeping on a bare floor to break reliance on luxury, leaving your coat behind on a brisk day, or giving away possessions to practice detachment. You could unplug from social media for a week, reclaiming your attention, or lock your smartphone away to rediscover uninterrupted thought. These acts aren't about punishment, but about understanding your limits and expanding them. Over time, they teach you that scarcity and struggle are not to be feared. You can endure them, even thrive within them. By making discomfort a familiar companion, you strip it of its power to derail your goals. This practice deepens self-discipline, rooting it in the ability to choose strength over ease, preparing you for whatever challenges life may bring. The fifth principle of self-discipline, drawn from Marcus Aurelius, is to master the dichotomy of control. He declared, "Your mind is yours to command, external events are not." Embrace this truth, and you will uncover unshakable strength. One of the greatest threats to self-discipline is allowing minor irritations or uncontrollable circumstances to pull you off course. When you're focused on a task and suddenly find yourself fretting over something beyond your influence, like a colleague's comment or an unexpected delay, it can unravel your progress. Aurelius, influenced by the Stoic philosopher Epictetus, urged a clear distinction between what lies within your power and what does not. By focusing solely on your thoughts, actions, and responses, and letting go of what you cannot change, you cultivate a calm that anchors your discipline. This mental clarity prevents external chaos from sapping your resolve. To apply this principle, adopt a simple framework when distress arises. Ask yourself, is there a problem in my life? If no, there's no need to worry. Carry on with your work. If yes, ask again, can I take action to address it? If you can, act decisively and move forward without dwelling. If you cannot, accept it fully and redirect your energy to what you can influence. For example, imagine you're preparing for an important presentation, but a sudden storm delays your travel. You can't control the weather, but you can control your preparation, your attitude, and how you adapt. By releasing anxiety over the uncontrollable, you preserve your focus and momentum. This practice transforms potential distractions into mere background noise, ensuring your self-discipline remains steady. Over time, it fosters a tranquil resilience, allowing you to navigate life's uncertainties with purpose and poise. The sixth principle is to reject the role of the victim. Marcus Aurelius counseled, "Do your duty without complaint." Too often, people undermine their discipline by clinging to excuses that justify inaction. Phrases like, "This is just how I am," "I was never taught any better," "My family was a bad influence," or "Everyone else behaves this way," are traps that keep you stuck. These are not reasons but rationalizations, barriers to growth that sap mental fortitude. Self-discipline demands ownership of your choices and circumstances. Adopting a "why me" mindset erodes your ability to act decisively, casting you as a passive bystander in your own life. Instead, you must seize responsibility, recognizing that while you may not cause every problem, your response shapes your path forward. Taking ownership doesn't mean ignoring life's unfairness. It means refusing to let it define you. When things go wrong, it's tempting to point fingers, blaming others, or fate for your struggles. Yet true strength lies in stepping up, even when the fault isn't yours, to set things right. Picture a team project derailed by a co-worker's mistake. You could complain and disengage, or you could take initiative to find a solution, rallying the group towards success. By choosing action over self-pity, you claim control over your destiny. Victimhood surrenders that control, absolving you of responsibility, but also of progress. Self-discipline thrives when you view challenges as opportunities to grow, not as excuses to retreat. This mindset builds not just resilience, but a deep sense of agency, empowering you to shape your life with intention and courage. The seventh principle of self-discipline, inspired by Marcus Aurelius, is to practice delayed gratification. He reflected, "Were you born to chase fleeting pleasures, or to act with purpose and engage fully with life? Observe the plants, the birds, the ants, the spiders, each diligently fulfilling their roles to sustain the world's harmony. Are you not called to do the same, to embrace what your nature demands?" Delayed gratification is the ability to forgo immediate rewards in pursuit of greater, more meaningful outcomes. It's the choice to prioritize long-term goals over short-term indulgence, a hallmark of self-discipline. This principle requires you to resist the pull of instant satisfaction, trusting that patience will yield something far more valuable down the road. It's about aligning your actions with your deeper aspirations, even when temptation beckons. Consider a festive gathering where tables overflow with rich, decadent foods, but you're committed to a healthier lifestyle. Giving in to a plate piled high with desserts might bring a moment's delight, yet it could set back your progress. By choosing restraint, perhaps savoring a simple salad or a handful of vegetables, you invest in a future reward, like improved vitality or fitting comfortably into clothes you love. This choice isn't about deprivation, but about valuing what matters most. Delayed gratification underpins self-discipline by teaching you to weigh immediate desires against lasting achievements. Whether it's saving money instead of splurging, studying rather than socializing, or exercising when you'd rather rest, each act of restraint strengthens your resolve. Over time, this practice rewires your mindset, making it easier to prioritize what serves your goals, building a life shaped by intention rather than impulse. The eighth principle is to disregard naysayers. Marcus Aurelius advised, "When others criticize or resent you, or when their judgments echo against you, look beyond their words. Examine their character and intentions. You'll see there's no reason to be troubled by their opinions." When you dare to pursue a unique path, declaring, whether aloud or in your heart, that you have a purpose worth chasing, you'll inevitably encounter skeptics. These naysayers, whether strangers, acquaintances, or even loved ones, may question your ambitions or challenge your resolve. Their doubts often stem from fear of change or discomfort with progress, not from any truth about your potential. Allowing their negativity to seep into your mind undermines your self-discipline, draining the energy you need to stay focused. You must learn to tune them out, treating their words like passing clouds, visible but powerless to alter your course. Ignoring naysayers doesn't mean dismissing all feedback. Constructive critique from those you trust can sharpen your efforts. But habitual critics, those who reflexively oppose without reason, offer nothing of value. Their disapproval is as irrelevant as a storm you can't control, acknowledged but not internalized. Imagine you're training for a marathon, and a friend scoffs, saying you'll never finish. Letting their doubt shake you wastes precious mental energy. Instead, seek guidance from those who've crossed the finish line, whose insights can fuel your progress. By guarding your peace of mind, you protect your discipline from external sabotage. This selective focus empowers you to stay true to your vision, undeterred by voices that lack the courage to dream as boldly as you do. In doing so, you cultivate a resilience that keeps your goals firmly in sight, no matter who questions your path. The ninth principle of self-discipline, drawn from Marcus Aurelius, is to seek out wise individuals to emulate. He suggested, surround yourself with those of strong character, so you might mirror their virtues in your own life, whether they walk beside you now or lived long ago. While self-discipline grows from within, it's strengthened by looking outward to those who embody the qualities you aspire to. Role models, whether friends, mentors, colleagues, or historical figures, offer living proof of what's possible. They've walked the path you're on, navigated its challenges, and emerged successful. By studying their habits and choices, you gain a blueprint for your own journey. Ask yourself, who has mastered the skill I'm pursuing? Who has achieved the goal I'm chasing? Who demonstrates the focus and resilience I need? What lessons can their example teach me? Finding these exemplars is only the start. You must actively learn from them. Reach out to those you admire, perhaps a co-worker who balances work and wellness effortlessly, or a writer whose discipline you envy, and inquire about their methods. How did they stay committed through setbacks? What routines anchored their progress? If your role model is a figure from history, like a philosopher or inventor, dive into their writings or biographies to uncover their strategies. For instance, if you're building a business, study how someone like a pioneering entrepreneur prioritized tasks or overcame doubt. Their experiences become a guide, helping you refine your approach. Emulating the wise doesn't mean copying blindly, but adapting their principles to your unique circumstances. This practice deepens your self-discipline by grounding it in proven paths, giving you confidence that persistence and strategy can lead to triumph. The 10th principle is to reflect honestly on your day. Marcus Aurelius wrote, "The rational soul is marked by self-awareness, introspection, and the power to chart its own course. It reaps what it sows, fulfilling its purpose through deliberate effort." One of the most effective ways to sharpen self-discipline is to pause each evening and examine your actions with unflinching clarity. This ritual of reflection is like polishing a lens. It reveals where you excelled, where you faltered, and how you can grow. Ask yourself probing questions. What did I accomplish well today? When was my discipline tested, and how did I respond? Where did I fall short, and what caused it? Most importantly, how can I do better tomorrow? This process isn't about judgment, but about understanding, connecting you with your subconscious to uncover patterns and opportunities for improvement. Evening reflection builds self-awareness, making you more attuned to your choices throughout the day. For example, if you notice you procrastinated on a project, trace the root, perhaps distraction or fear of failure, and plan a specific fix, like setting a timer for focused work. Balance critique with gratitude. Celebrate what went right, whether a completed task or a moment of resilience, to reinforce positive habits. Research supports this approach, showing that self-compassion, forgiving slip-ups rather than dwelling on them, prevents procrastination and fuels progress. Don't berate yourself for imperfections. Instead, treat them as lessons. By ending each day with this honest inventory, you not only refine your discipline but cultivate a mindset of growth. You wake the next morning equipped to act with greater purpose, knowing that every reflection brings you closer to the person you aim to become. Mastering self-discipline is a lifelong pursuit, and the teachings of Marcus Aurelius offer a timeless roadmap to guide us. Through his meditations, we learn to anchor ourselves in purpose, act with unwavering consistency, and face challenges with clarity and courage. Each of his 10 principles, finding your calling, relying on your resolve, showing up daily, embracing hardship, controlling what you can, rejecting victimhood, delaying gratification, ignoring detractors, emulating the wise, and reflecting honestly, builds a foundation for a disciplined life. Together, they remind us that true strength lies not in fleeting bursts of effort, but in the steady, intentional choices we make every day. By weaving these lessons into our routines, we transform obstacles into opportunities, crafting a life of meaning and resilience. Let Aurelius's wisdom inspire you to take ownership of your path, to rise each morning with focus, and to pursue your goals with unrelenting determination. If these ideas resonate with you, consider subscribing for more insights to fuel your personal growth. I'll be sharing practical wisdom to help you navigate life's challenges, achieve your ambitions, and find deeper fulfillment. Join me on this journey to explore timeless philosophies and modern strategies that empower you to live with purpose. Your support keeps this conversation alive, so hit that subscribe button and let's keep learning together. Thank you for being here.